Hi everyone, this is Jamie Sorensen here at Two Peas in a Bucket with another personal shopper video sharing my product recommendations for the different requests you send in. I've had several requests for school product recommendations. Everything from what products do you recommend for documenting through the years, school years, to gifts for teachers and that sort of thing, to graduation. So I'm going to try and touch on a little bit of everything, but mostly just school projects. And I'll try and do one for graduation a little later in the year, maybe later this month. But I pulled together some things that I think would be good. So starting out, I have a couple mini albums here. And I've tried to pull in products that range so that it's not just young subjects or more mature subjects, but something here for everyone. So this is a little mini album, chipboard mini album from Maya Road in this cute little school bus shape. And there are 8 pages and 2 pages that are die cut, so you can pop these pieces out and embellish them or cover them with pattern paper or paint, alter them how you'd like. And it measures about 7 1/4 by 4 inches, so it's a good size. There is also this 5x5 journal kit from Studio Calico, and it may be kind of hard to see on the camera, but this cover is embossed and it has an alphabet background. So I thought with the ABCs on the front, it would be a cool little album to maybe jot down notes and stories that you want to remember about your child as they go through different school years. Maybe notes from parent-teacher conferences, or just if you even want to include notes and that sort of thing. The journals are great. The inside has a pad of paper that is grid based, so it has this grid design, and it's sealed all on one side, so it makes it really easy to bind. All you'd have to do is take some tape or one of their fabrics, like this is one of their fabrics, and it's sticky and it has this canvas texture, and then you would just lay it over and wrap it around, and it would hold it together very nicely. So that is the Studio Calico 5x5 journal kit. Some unique embellishments I found were these rulers from 7 Gypsies. It comes with 4 pieces, and they're calling it display trim, but they're wooden school ruler pieces. So they have the wooden and the black version. When I think of school, I think of owls, of gaining wisdom and learning things, and Maya Road has this really cute little set of owl die cut pieces that are white ink on craft cardstock. There's 24 pieces in this pack, so you get a lot, and they range in size, everything from this cute little teeny tiny owl to the bigger owls. So there's 12 different styles and you get 24 in all. I've also pulled a few stamps that have owl designs. These are from Memory Box. This one is called Scalloped Owl. This one is Artsy Owl, and I've seen where people have colored in these feathers with different colors, and that's made for a really fun design. And then this one is called Wise Owl, and it's very cute and tiny. It's just half the size of my index finger. I also fell in love with this paper airplane stamp when I saw Garden Girl Jill Sprott use it on a layout. It says keep in touch, but you could leave that uninked. You could ink just this airplane and use it throughout a mini book, and have it be a different design, or you can ink the whole thing and use it on a card. The paper airplanes just remind me of school, of goofing off in school. I thought that was a great icon and very different. I also have some cling stamps. This one is from Basic Gray, and it coordinates with their Oxford collection. Oxford is a school-themed collection that I'll show you the papers in just the second half of this video. But it has these same pens that we see with the quirky little erasers on the end, like the panda bear, the flags, the school bus, apple. They've done a really good job of mixing both kind of mature icons and things for younger ages as well, like the school bus and the apple and that sort of thing. This acrylic stamp from Jenny Bolin I thought would work well for these kinds of projects because it has the torn paper notebook edge. This one from Studio Calico I liked because it's all about reading, and I think it's actually called I Love Books, and so it has these different kind of vintage book designs. It has a little stamp that says this book belongs to, different kind of book covers, story time. This book is every book is an adventure. Just thought that was a neat one. This is a rubber cling stamp from Unity Stamp Company, and if you're unfamiliar with what rubber cling stamp is, just like a rubber mounted wooden stamp, but you just peel these apart. They've bound them all together here because there's so many designs, and then you mount them to an acrylic block, and then you can see through the acrylic block where it is that you're stamping. So this one has all kinds of things on here, from crayons to pens to paintbrushes, clocks, a schoolhouse, this little cluster of trees, scissors, flowers, a ledger line, a stack of books with an apple, graduation cap, arrows, of several of them, a school bus, and then it has all of the names of different colors with a little funky font there. So that one comes with quite a few. I think it's on sale. Some other embellishment ideas. These are from Oxford, the Basic Grade Oxford collection as well. These are brads, and these are nice kind of rich colors that are not your typical primary school colors, but they definitely work well for school projects and definitely more mature subjects. The buttons in those same colors. I'll show you some more from the Oxford collection now. These are the stitched brads, and they have little rhinestones on them. I love the fabric and the different designs on there. This is the die cut piece set, and they always fit so many pieces in their die cut packages. Little pencil scribble, tickets, labels, journaling spots. We see lots of houndstooth, paisley, plaids. We see these nerdy glasses. So everything from smaller size die cuts to bigger. We see these books throughout the collection as well. This next set is a layered sticker set, and they're calling them bow ties. And so they've combined paper and fabric, and they've given them some dimension, and the circle in the middle is a scalloped circle. Just a fun, different kind of embellishment. These are the pops, the layered stickers. The little caterpillar crawling out of the apple there. Not caterpillar, but worm. These are woolies. So they're felt stitched embellishments, so a lot of detail on there. And they have a rub-on set as well. So we see this, they had a stamp like this too. That was cool. I don't think we have it in stock anymore, but we have it on their papers as well. There's those quirky pens, pencils, and pencil erasers. There's glasses, different word art, different mathematical equations. All right, some more embellishments. These flare sets from Ormolu reminded me of maybe doing a graduation album. I thought it would work well with the different numbers you could do through the years and highlight each grade. They actually go all the way up to 31, so you'd have a lot left over. But those I thought were good, and I liked all the different styles. Some of them are spelled out, some of them have black on white or white on black. These letter thickers from American Crafts, of course, work well for school-themed albums. And then I pulled out these tiny sticky key black and cream circle alphas from October Afternoon. I think the typewriter font will always work well for school albums in a classic black and cream color scheme. I also have pulled the Knockouts punch set, because there were two of them that I thought would work really well for school things, and that is this notebook border punch and the spiral notebook. This actually makes holes that you can put a spiral binding clip thingy through these holes and make your own binding for something. So this is an interchangeable punch system. So these are the punch styles, but you'll need an actual punch like this. So you can get the interchangeable border punch system. This is the base, and then you get one free punch with it, and then you would just interchange these as you'd like. Or you can get the kit, which is a whole punch system with the base and then 6 different styles, including the 2 that I've just shared with you, the spiral notebook and the paper border punch edge. All right. So very quickly, I want to show you some ideas I thought would work well for teachers' gifts. I mentioned I liked the idea that owls, I associate owls with school and learning. And this is a journal, and I thought it would make a nice and unique gift for a teacher, as I'm sure they're always scribbling notes to themselves. And it has these really whimsical illustrated designs that coordinate with different seasons of the year. So it makes filling up the book, you don't get bored with it because the pages are mixed up, and it's an eco notebook, so the paper has been recycled, and it just has these really beautiful illustrations. Another teacher gift I thought would work well are these sticky notes. The same artist, same kind of concept, but it's just a pad of all of these different varying size post-it notes where they make up this bigger pattern. So I thought that was fun. In this little booklet they can just open and then pull out a sticky note. If your child is learning how to write, I thought this fold and mail stationery kit was clever. It just has the this paper that you tear out and then you fold along the scored lines, and you can teach them how to fill in an address, where to put the stamp, and then it even has the ledger lines for you to write a little note. So I thought this was a sweet thing to maybe do with a young child learning how the process of snail mail works. Okay, on to paper. We're cramming a lot in today. So I'm going to start out with kind of brighter colored. I have 2 brighter colored collections to share with you, and then a few more muted tones for those of you who like kind of the classic and vintage looking things. So this first one is Off to School by Fancy Pants, and again, I think this is a collection that works well for both young and more mature subjects. So I'm just going to kind of fan through the papers, and then I'll share with you the other items that are included in the collection kit. So they use this kind of tall alphabet throughout, and I love the drop shadow of the white behind it. There's a lot of really versatile patterns in here. As you can see, they're not all limiting you to school. The red and the aqua has been a really popular color scheme. This sheet of labels, pencils, stars. This one kind of looks like it's called Measure Up. This one's called School Year. And it does have the 2011 and 2012 months on it, if that makes a difference to you. This one is called Flashcards. Too Cool. Love these little tennis shoes. This is where I think the nerd glasses and the tennis shoes, these are really hot right now, and I think they would work well for you know, teenagers and things like that. And so this is the journaling card sheet, and they just have a lot of really great starting points here. And these work well for Project Life too, if you want to cut them up. Fancy Pants always includes transparencies in their collection packs. So this one has this great design of pencils that are stacked at different lengths on the bottom. This is a border strip sheet. And here is another transparency where that same alphabet style I talked about before is flocked in brown. So again, very versatile, works well for different subjects. If you want a collection that will kind of stretch your school pages like throughout the years. This is a good one because you do have the younger things going, like the apple and this little book here, stars, the ledgers, but then it definitely grows with you as your subjects grow. A couple sticker sheets, the alpha and the label and borders. Alright, so another collection I want to share with you is the Sweet and Sour Soup collection from Jelly Bean. This wasn't necessarily geared toward being a school collection, I don't believe, but it's centered all around typography. And typography, because it's based on the alphabet, I thought would work well for school because almost all of the papers have the alphabet thing to it. This one looks like an old letterpress style alpha. I love the distress in the tone on tone. Bunch of little hearts. We have typewriter keys, stripes. This one is called Sauerkraut, and I love all the different monograms on here. So if you're doing maybe a graduation album, and this one I think would work well for a young lady because the colors are bright and cheerful and funky, but it's not too young. Got this great notebook pattern. This one is called Peapod Parts, and these are all of the little die-cut pieces. So you have journaling spots, tags, borders, all kinds of different things. Very versatile sayings. And then this is the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and you have two different styles, more labels, more word stickers. And this one is called Bite-Sized Bits, and it's the journaling cards. Again, these would work well in Project Life. And this is kind of has a focus on journaling because of the typography angle. Alright, so that is my other kind of bright colored pick for the school stuff. Going with a different style, I picked the Graphic 45, the ABC primer, and we have a few sheets left of, because this is kind of an off-season, the ABC primer, we have these handful of sheets left, and I thought they worked well with the well-worn vintage look. This one, the girl is playing jump rope. And then this one, we have a large scale graphic here with a different illustrated look. Alright, so that was ABC Primer. Along the same kind of style are these papers by Jenny Bolin, and she has a collection that's based on a red, black, and cream color scheme, and it's actually called Red Black. And so this is the extension. So she expanded the line and added these styles. This one is called Pen Nibs, and so if you kind of just want like a subtle theme behind the school theme, this kind of pen nib paper reminds me of writing, of course. This is red fountain pen ink labels with an old vintage photograph. This one is called Multiplication. Has a ledger on the back. Here they've combined some of the same designs we've seen and then different labels. This is paper just waiting to be cut up and used in all sorts of fun ways. Polka dots. And then here we have the 12 by 12 patterns that they've shrunken down into a grid style. Okay, I've shown you the Oxford collection before when we covered masculine products at the very beginning of the series, so I'll just kind of briefly go through these patterns. And we looked at the embellishments earlier, so I think you're familiar with the different icons and designs we see throughout. Books, nerd glasses, very kind of rich patterns, plaids, paisleys, deep colors. And yet they've thrown in this these funky designs with the different doodles and pen erasers. They come with a 12 by 12 alpha sheet where you get 2 different designs. This has a notebook background to it. And then here's your element stickers. And then one last thing I wanted to mention was the script pad from Prima. This is brand new to the store, and it has 48 sheets of 12 different styles of these muted text patterns. And I thought with the writing and just the neutral colors, it would work well for like a graduation album, or maybe, you know, heritage albums, older photos, older school photos, anything really you'd like to use it for. All right, so that wraps up one big video for the school themed. Leave a comment below for your chance to win. I am going to give away a 5x5 journal kit from Studio Calico, as well as this fabric set and the Canvas Corp tag set. So also leave me your requests for future personal shopper videos, and I'll see if I can fit it in. And thanks so much for watching.